Joining us via phone and sitting here, and now joining us in Staver's studio, Chris Mabry of the Mabry Auto Group. What's going on, Chris? How are you?
How are you, Rich? I'm doing great, thank
Glad to have you. Glad to have you here, and I know you're looking forward to football as much as anybody.
you. Oh, you have no idea. As crazy as 2020 has been, when toe meets leather next Thursday night, it's going to be a kind of some normalcy back in the world, right?
How's business good? I mean, you guys have had a pretty good 2020, right?
Business has been pretty good, yes. The power sports side of things has been tremendous. And after a little bit of a shock from the COVID in March and April, things leveled out and we had a good summer.
Tell me about trying to keep cars on the lot these days. That's not the easiest thing in the world, is it?
It's not. And I think what happened, Rich, is back in March and April when COVID hit, people did not buy any cars. And so it was a little bit of a backlog. And then when people could finally get out and do things, they wanted to buy some cars. So they bought a lot of cars from a lot of different people. And the normal flow of being able to restock your vehicles just kind of stopped for a while. So all of a sudden they bought everything you had. And yeah, it's been a challenge. And we would love to buy somebody's car if they want to sell it to us, just throwing that out there.
I saw the big sign out there at the Nissan dealership that you guys want used cars.
We would love to have some. Yes, sir.
It's no secret that I'm now the proud owner of a Armada. Absolutely love it. And the thing that really made a big impact for me was the Mabry Million Mile Warranty. And I'm going to get you to talk a little bit about that. But the situation that I was in was my wife's car, just over 100,000 miles, had no plans to do anything. Transmission. And sitting there looking at, I don't know, 5, 6 grand, and can't put that much money into a car with that many miles on it. But, I heard more, talked with Chris, talked with you a little bit and CJ, and million mile warranty. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Peace of mind, right,
Yep.
Dennis?
Yep.
And that's what you offer.
It is. It's just worry-free driving, worry-free transportation, Rich, for as long as you own your car. And you don't think about it when you buy a new car or used car, but our million mile warranty also includes any used car under 75,000 miles, which is fantastic for people that can't afford to spend the big money for new
Hmm.
and buy a pre-owned vehicle. And the pre-owned is what's going to get the most of the high ticket item repairs anyway. So it's just very worry-free driving for someone that wants to purchase a car. And we feel great about what we've done and taking care of those big ticket items. And we do consistently replace engines and transmissions for people, but we feel like it was the right thing to do, and I believe it's what the community deserves.
No catches, no cost.
No catches, no cost, no extra cost to the customer. We absorb the cost of it, and we're happy to do that.
And as far as, the no catches, the only thing is all new, most pre-owned, and you kind of laid that out. If you buy a pre-owned car at any one of your locations, as long as it's got 75,000 miles or less, covered, million miles.
That's right. It's covered for a million miles. The only thing that we ask of our customers is this, and is true with anything. We need you to maintain your car like the manufacturer says to maintain it. So change your oil like the manufacturer says, do the things necessary to keep it maintained. We'll do that for you, and we'll have your records in house if you like, but you don't have to bring it to us. You can do it yourself or have someone else, but just make sure you keep the records and keep accurate records. And if anything ever happens, come in and, you know, we'll smile, pat you on the back, say, we got you.
That doesn't seem like it's asking too much. Just take care of your vehicle.
That's it.
And it's easy, it's simple. And what are the big questions you get about it? Any?
Just that. What's the catch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds too good to be true, but it's not too good to be
And a
true.
million miles is a lot
Yeah.
of miles.
How many cars can go a million miles? None that I'm aware of.
You would be surprised if you take care of your car the right way
Right?
and keep it maintained. There's a lot of cars out there that could go a million miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to have that warranty, as we've been talking about, that's peace of mind.
It is peace of mind, and that's what we set out to do: is to create the best buying experience, and then b, the best ownership experience possible.
And that's good at all your locations. Run them down.
Lynchburg Nissan, Lynchburg Mazda, Automatics, and First Choice Motors.
And where Automatics is in Appomattox, First Choice Motors is
Madison Heights.
Madison Heights,
Mhm.
right up across from Arby's.
It is. You sound like you've been there a couple of times.
It's right next to what is it, Silver Pig too.
That's right. Uh,
I know exactly where you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, I've been there a few times myself.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So any new or any pre-owned car with under 75,000 miles, million-mile warranty. Just take care of your car, and you're covered for engine, powertrain, transmission.
that is correct.
Man, that's simple.
Very simple.
MabryAutoGroup.com,
MabryAutoGroup.com.
and you're ready for some football.
Am I ever ready for some football? I
Who-
want to dance right now.
Do you think we're go ahead?
I was going to say, who's your team, Chris? Who do you root for?
I'm a sad Minnesota Viking fan for the pros. So I know we're going to play NFL. College, we're not so sure about, but I think the NFL's done a great job in uh, being proactive to make sure this season's going to happen, and also, watching to see what these other sports have done, what they've done right, what they've done wrong, to make sure they have a season. So I'm very excited about it.
We're only 9 days away from the season now. Season starts a week from Thursday night.
It does. The oblong steroid will be in the air Thursday night.
You can't wait.
I cannot wait.
And you're more of a pro guy than a college guy.
Not really. No, I just love football.
Just it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I love our Liberty Flames and Coach Freeze this year. I'm excited to see what he's put together, and I'm a Roll Tide and again the sad Vikings fan.
How did that happen?
When I was growing up, the first game I ever watched, I remember it was Minnesota used to play outside at the old Metrodome, and they were sitting over there and had these big uh, things over their back, trying to keep warm and blowing this cold smoke out the face mask. And I said, man, that's rough and tough right there. That looks like football. That looks like something I want to watch. And those guys look like they're pretty big and mean. So I chose the little horn on the helmet.
That's got to be back in the days of Bud Grant,
That was Bud
head
Grant,
football
Joe
coach.
Cap,
Yeah,
Purple People
The
Leaders,
purple people
Yes,
eaters.
sir.
Carl Eller and the gang.
Alan Page,
Yeah.
yes, sir, Gary Larson, Jim Marshall, Wally
He knows
Hilgenberg,
his
Paul
Vikings.
Krause.
Yes, he
Yes,
does.
sir.
Knows his Vikings.
Don't doubt him. Don't doubt him.
No, not at all.
Chris Mabry of the Mabry Auto Group joining us in studio. Obviously, we talked a little bit about the million-mile warranty, and now we're kind of edging into football. You think the pro guys are going to play? You think colleges are at least going to start? Are we going to get a Commonwealth Cup game?
I think so. I believe they've done enough to at least start the season, and we'll see what happens from there. But I sure hope there's some kind of way we get it all in. It would be nice.
But it looks like the NFL has done a great job of keeping everybody safe, kind of inside that NFL bubble, if you will.
I agree with that, and I was anxious to see because the NBA bubble, they're just all together constantly. The NFL bubble's kind of a half bubble, it seems to me like, but they've really stressed to their players the key is when you're not with us, you just have to be careful who you're with, where you go. And I think they have understood their responsibility, and I think the NFL players really know their responsibility because America loves football and they want football. So I admire so far the discipline that the NFL players have shown towards
Well, and
this.
don't forget the other big factor, the money,
Exactly.
right? I mean, there's a lot of money at stake for not only the owners, but the players as well. And, little different deal when you've got a 5 or 10 or 20 or $30 million contract on the line and you got to play to get the money.
Yeah, exactly.
It only takes a few bad apples to spoil it for everybody, too. Because if you have one or a couple of guys going out and doing something they're not supposed to do and they get the virus and spread it to other people, they got to answer to the rest of their teammates. And they're saying, where's my paycheck? Say, well, if you'd walk the straight line, we might be getting a paycheck.
That's exactly right. And one thing I do like, and I wish they would stretch it a little further, is expanding the practice squad this year for the NFL. And, I thought that they should put at least one position player per position into the practice squad where it would be kind of like a plug and play. If somebody gets the virus, you got somebody ready, but 16 is better than the old practice squad. So they'll figure it out as they go along, I'm
Well,
sure.
what do you think about that conversation about teams quarantining a quarterback, not letting him move anywhere near anyone else, just in case their guy gets? I mean, because you can't play without a quarterback. I mean, you can find other positions, but to take a quarterback, almost like what's the term? The designated survivor, right? In politics, we're going to take one guy. I mean, have you heard that? Has that resonated at all with you?
I have not heard that, but if I were the rest of the players on the team, I think I would be for it. I want my quarterback healthy.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, because if you have a quarterback group and one quarterback gets it, he's going to
That's
spread
right.
it to the other quarterbacks, and then you
Exactly.
you lose your whole quarterback stable there. So
Now, you touched on the fact that the pros have a better opportunity because of the type of bubble they're in than colleges. And I know you're a big Duke guy, and you probably hate giving Carolina credit for anything. But I mean,
I'm not going to.
you you got to give it to them. They have figured out the college football thing. Get the students away from school, create the bubble for, forget about the whole student athlete thing. I mean, does that blow you away, the fact that we may not have college, but we have college football?
No, because college football pays an awful lot of money to the university. And with TV rights and TV contracts, it would be very hurtful financially for colleges not to have football on TV.
What do you think about Trump?
I love Trump.
Do you like the fact that he's interjecting himself in the Big Ten now?
I like the fact that he loves this country and that he wants what's best for us.
Well, and we all want football,
Yes, we do.
right? And
Yeah,
he's been saying all along, get back to work, get the kids back in school, let's get back to life. And part of that is football. And even if we can't go to the games, we had this conversation earlier, right, DC, that, even if we can't go to the games, if they're on TV, it's better for all of us. It's more normal life. And that's what he's been all about all along. So this is very consistent with everything he's been touching on.
it is. Since day one, he's wanted us to fight the virus and fight it in the right way, but still continue on normal as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that he says anything about doing that, he gets shut down real quick. So um, he wants what's best for the country and what's best for people. And I think I'm right behind him on that.
Chris, we had Logan Thomas on last night on our show from the Brookville Bees and Virginia Tech, now with the Washington football team. And it's going to be fun to watch him this year, as well as like Juan Thornhill from Alta Vista playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sure you remember these guys coming through and, what they were able to achieve on the high school level before they made their way up to college and the pros.
Yeah, exactly. And as a matter of fact, Logan Thomas played on the high school team when my daughter went to high school at Brookville.
Wow.
And we used to sponsor the Titan Trophy
Oh, yeah.
to the best local football player. And
Hmm.
Logan won that award, of course,
He
and I
sure
was
did.
able to present it to him. So, yeah, it's exciting to watch these guys. And then UVA's own Anthony Harris, I think, is my cornerback in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, go Who's.
Well, and you were kind of touching on sponsoring the Titan Trophy, but I know, and we've talked to Anthony Poindexter too, and a lot of guys, Jake Grove, guys who've come up through JF, and JF has put a lot of guys in big time college football or the pros, but a lot of those guys grew up playing on the fields over at FYA, which is the Nissan fields, and I mean, and I know you don't do a lot to blow your own horn, but the money and the things you give back to the community, I mean, that's always been important to you guys at Mabry.
It is. If you're a business in town, you need to be a part of the community. You should be a part of the community. And if you're able to give back, and not everyone is able to give back, but if you are, then I think you need to step out and do what you can and even be innovative, such as the athletic fields.
Hmm.
Name something after yourself and give for a long, long time. Leave a legacy out there.
Yeah, and so many kids coming through those fields playing all kinds of different sports, and the ability to help make that possible is awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We've got just another minute or two. Your Vikings, what do you think this year?
I think we have a good chance to win the North. And if Justin Jefferson can step up at receiver and take control of that number 2 slot, I like our chances of him replacing Stephon Diggs. If he can't get it because of the shortened camp, then I think we'll be kind of like last year. We'll get to the playoffs, maybe win a game, but we won't go much further. But I love our defense. I love the new acquisition from Jacksonville, the
Yeah.
defensive end. That was big. So I like our team. And the fact that we had continuity and no coaching changes. I think that any NFL team that has that for the season is going to be a whole lot better off than rookie head coaches,
Hmm.
rookie quarterbacks, and things of that nature.
Chris, what about those Green Bay Packers? Do the Vikings have enough
Dennis is
to
a
get by
Packer
the
guy.
pack this year?
I really don't think that's a big worry this year.
Oh,
DC, those are fighting words.
wow.
No, I think Green Bay is going to be solid as ever, with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's lost a little bit, but them drafting Jordan Love was very puzzling to me. And
Yeah, no joke.
And to Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
as well.
and I've been reading some of Jordan's reviews at camp, and they're not very glowing. So it's going to be interesting if Aaron gets hurt, who's going to be behind him and what they're going to be able to accomplish. And he's got a little history of getting hurt lately the last few years. So I think Green Bay is totally on Aaron Rodgers' shoulders.
And it's going to be interesting to see how long he stays in Green Bay. Because I think that move, them drafting Jordan Love, I think it irritated Aaron Rodgers. I think that developed a split between the team and Aaron.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, here's a guy who you've built your franchise around, and you're using your first round pick and you're not giving him any weapons or blocking or something that could help right now, which really puzzled me.
That was the most puzzling thing of the whole NFL draft to me.
Yeah,
Is
I agree.
not one receiver being drafted by the Packers. It makes no sense at all. But what doesn't irritate Aaron Rodgers anyway? So
A little swipe at Aaron there.
Yeah, he seems to kind of travel to the beat of his own drummer.
just a little.
Chris, thank you. Chris Mabry, Mabry Auto Group. We talked about the Mabry Million Mile Warranty. Peace of mind if you're looking to buy a new or pre-owned car. 4 locations, mabryautogroup.com. And we now found out the story behind you and the Vikings.
Indeed.
Chris, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you, guys.